So National Dex RU has banned Scolipede and Conkeldurr from the metagame. And that reminded me that I have these National Dex RU replays for y'all. So what's going on? It's your boy Ball5 here. Let's get into these National Dex RU replays. I'm leading with Ogerpon, but unfortunately, Tornadus comes out first, and I can't really use this guy against Tornadus. So I'm going to Tinkaton immediately on the Tailwind. And I get taunted here, so no rocks. But rocks are going to end up being really useful in this game, as you will end up seeing. Ampharos comes in immediately, which is kind of, I guess Gigaton Hammer was the next play after you taunt a Tinkaton, right? It's either that or knockoff, and he's Mega, so might as well just go to the Mega, right? Because it's going to be either, it's going to be Gigaton Hammer, which you resist, or it's going to be knockoff, or it's going to be player off, which you're not weak to yet. But the Tailwind expires here, so I don't even get 2 killed by that T-Volt. I just get the rocks up now, and I guess, pretty obvious rocks, so you can Volt Switch on that, slow Volt, get torn back in, get it set back up. And that's exactly what happens. I take this time to paralyze Tornadus. And this will end up being the last time, unfortunately, for them that Tornadus moves for the rest of the game, because I hit it with this Z move right here. Wrist flick like Z move. And he gets full parried again, unfortunately, but I get the player off. Tornadus is out of here. And that'll be that. Sharpedo under Tailwind, I was thinking about, is kind of genius, because, usually you have to protect to get a speed boost to get +1, but you're under Tailwind, that's +2. You don't have to protect, and then you're accumulating those speed boosts as the Tailwind's going on. So when the Tailwind expires, you have your speed boost, you didn't need to protect, you O-code a couple of people, and Sharpedo is living life. So another protect there, probably just a scout for the U-turn and then just flip up out. So pretty good play there, because now Incineroar's chipped. I can't do this again, because now close combat, liquidation, like high, it's gonna kill now with whatever. I can't intimidate it again. I can't do that again, because now like liquidation, close combat, a move like that's gonna kill now. So pretty good flip, even though I did break Aggron sturdy with the U-turn. Selgor doesn't have boots, so pretty good on me to get those rocks. I don't know if it was spikes, if it was specs. I feel like we do more to Thunderos if it was specs. The Selgor's pretty strong if you have a boosting item, so I feel like this, it's not a boosting item, I don't think. Thunderos is not that bulky, bro. So I go back into Ogerpon, and Sharpedo's coming out again, and okay, I know you're just gonna get a spike, so, or I know you're just gonna protect because I'm faster, so I'm gonna get 1 spike. And I don't know if I just absorb this hit or if I switch back into Incineroar. No, I absorb the Ice Fang and just U-turn out, because now Zydog just wins the game immediately, because I have all the chip. You already know these guys get no code. Hitmonlee is obviously getting no code. Probably not Sash, but if it is, I broke it, and Zydog will win the game from here, as it usually does in the end of games with 1,000 arrows. So that will be game 1. All right. Game 2. You got some threats on the other side. You got Breloom. Double grass going on with the Clawitzer. Double water, double grass with the webs. And Togekiss. If you know my history with that Pokemon. It's not great when I match up against it and it clicks, one particular move. If you know. So let's just get into it. Same thing as always. I turned down the battle speed. I played it with Zydog immediately, because I figured, okay, Galvantula lead. I clicked 1,000 arrows twice. I can't get paralyzed. If it's a bug move, I take chip, whatever. I have E-speed to beat out Mark Punch, so I don't have to worry about that. I don't really need HP on this guy too much. Is what I'm basically getting at. So I get 2,000 arrows because I get chip on the big T. I go into Incineroar first for the Intimidate. I could go to Tinkaton immediately, and that's probably a better idea. Might have the high jump kick, and it's a neutral against Tinkaton, but now I can get a slow U-turn. Nice little crit with a drop kick. Doesn't really matter though. So I get this slow U-turn. I go into Tinkaton. He gets the Citrus Berry, but I'm getting my rocks in the face of a Rapid Spinner as Galvantula, just letting it get right in before rocks. Just letting it in. Okay, you can come in. Yeah, sure, you can do it. And then you can hit me with some chip for Thunder. With Thunder. I still don't have leftovers. On the next game, I'll have leftovers, because I can't Terra. So I put a Z because I didn't want to Terra anyway. And he's gonna get the spin here because I'm minus speed, but I still KO him with the Z. So that's cool. I mean, I could have saved it for Togekiss, but who knows if I'm gonna click it against Togekiss. Again, if you know, I go to Boots Ogerpon, kind of to pivot, just to see what's gonna happen. I get a free knockoff now because it's either Breloom or it's Togekiss, so I knock one of those. I figured I was knocking off a heavy duty Boots, but AV and Ancient Power was like, oh, this is a demon. This is a threat. This is something I shouldn't be ignoring to spin. I was getting scared, like, oh, like I'm wasting my time here. Like I should be hitting this. I should be hitting this. I didn't. If I had flip turn, I would have flipped. I have teleport. I did not want to teleport and give him another opportunity to click Ancient Power on my Starmie. I was not letting that happen. Crit flinch on the first air slash. That's Togekiss. That's the Togekiss way. That's how that mon operates. Another flinch. This is nothing new. This is Pokemon. Gotta catch them all. I go to Thunderous, just like, okay, enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. But unfortunately, Thunderous means that he's gonna stay in and click Ancient Power again. So I just Volt back into Tinkaton. I could have went into Ogerpon or something, because I feel like that might have been faster. And after clicking it how many times? 5 times. Fifth time's a charm because they're the boosts. Unfortunately, I have Zydog with the E-Speed. I actually might have been naturally faster. Like, I might have been fast enough to just 1,000 arrows, but it is what it is. I got the KO I needed. So I'm going to Starmie on Clawitzer this time because maybe I get KO'd by Dark Pulse, or maybe I just pivot into an Ice Beam and I can recover. And I should have recovered because this ends up being Scarf Claw, and that means that I can't not use my Thunderous to Volt Switch and get a little Vortex going with the Teleport, because I have a ton of U-Turn on this team and I have Banded Zydog, so you kind of get the idea. Really reliable Rock Setter with the Tinkaton as well. I skip this slow U-Turn here. I go into Zydog because I figured, hey, Outrage is free. It's Scarf Loom too. That's why I'm like, no way. I was like, okay, if you're Scarf Claw, you're not Scarf Loom too, but it is Force Palm. I'm just glad I didn't get full parried. Sharpedo comes in and has to protect because otherwise it's going to get annihilated. If it Mega Evolves, it's going to die. The defense isn't going to save it. Then it gets from Mega Evolving, and then Sharpedo is just going to get ass blasted. It's Sharpedo. I did the Intimidate thing again. This time it's a Mega Sharpedo, but it only has 1 speed boost and it's -1. And I could switch again to get another Intimidate, and that's exactly what happens. Because if I get 2 Intimidates on him, then Ogerpon will always live any hit, which is exactly what ends up happening here. And if he switches out to undo the Intimidates, he's not going to be faster than me because he can't get speed boosts anymore. So that's just the plan there. So I just U-turn there because this is basically a W. I click IV Cudgel and I win the game. Right? Actually, unfortunately, I'm not faster than the Scarf Claw because Thunderous wasn't faster than it either, so it's going to get to Ice Beam here. But I think what's this like? This is like 350. Ogerpon's 350. Thunderous is 353. And Zydog is 361. So that's like a crazy speeds here because this is just like under 360. But Zydog, base 115, just barely outrunning that Scarf Claw. And, you know, of course, Outrage Oko's it's Clawitzer and Zydog. So, yeah, game 2, Zydog putting the team on his back. Game 3, and as you can see, Slither Wing is a giant threat. My fighting resists are kind of soft. Starmie, I mean, Starmie is pretty bulky with the bulky set, but it has max HP with no defense EVs. It only has base 60 HP. It only has 60 85. You're not working with a lot. Tinkaton's neutral to CC. So it's just gonna get popped. It does Qual resist the bug type moves, but look at my team. He doesn't even have to click the bug type moves. Just eat a hit from anybody and just blow it away with CC. I don't have flying type moves on my Thunderous. I don't have acrobatics, unfortunately. Yo, an acrobatics Thunderous or like a Tornadus might be the way to go, just to help against those kind of Pokemon, because you know that would help. I already have a ton of physical presence on this team, so maybe not. There's also a Sandy Sharks and a Mega Aggron, 2 other threats in their own right. And Cyclizar. We do not I was gonna say we do not like Cyclozar, but I don't have any animosity towards Cyclozar. Let's get into this game again. It feels a lot slower, and then you get into the replay, and it's like, okay, this is actually playing relatively quickly. I lead in Center War because who doesn't lead in Center War? That's what you do. You lead in Center War and you stay in immediately and just click buttons. Like, it doesn't matter what Pokemon it is. It doesn't matter if it kills you through Intimidate. You just click Incineroar and you click your buttons. Frame 1. You never switch Incineroar after you lead it. I get my slow U-turn here, though, against the Mandibuzz. Luckily, no helmet, probably just HDB. I go to my Thunderous, get a little Vortex. No, he has a Sandy Shock, so I can't Volt Switch, but I do hit him with the HP Ice. It's National Dex. I have HP Ice on Thunderous here. And that does over half, so I think I just click it again, or I just Volt. Actually, I double to Ogerpon, just in case he has like a Scarf Power Gem or something, but I can't switch in. I can't stay in against you. Luckily for me, he doesn't close combat, and spares my Tinkaton and lets me get my rocks. Because that could have been a lot nastier if he would have gotten up his if he would have just close combat and prevented me from getting my rocks. But I just get the T-Wave on the opposing Ogerpon, so it can't sweep me. I can't intimidate it. I have HP Ice. I have Zydog, which revenges. It's always faster, so I don't think I was too in the mud against this Pokemon. I guess locking into Outrage means that Aggron gets in, but whatever. It gets full parry twice, unfortunately, but it means I got my rocks up. Kind of had to get my rocks up because I couldn't KO it with whatever the move is called. Unfortunately, that means that Cyclozar spins instantaneously, so I should probably get a spin blocker on this team because I have a Spiker with Defiant, and then I have a pretty good Stealth Rocker, so I need to get a Ghost type somewhere on this team. Maybe, yeah, if I can get a Ghost on this team. So we do. So I sack Incineroar to close combat immediately because, like, what else am I going to do against that? Like, look at my team, look at close combat. My fighting resists are Starmie and Thunderous. Like, even if he would have close combated again, gotten a ton of damage on my Starmie, would have been Doomsday, but instead I just teleport into Thunderous and get the Vortex going because I think I just HP Iced again. No, I just Thunderbolted because I didn't want to Volt out. I wanted to stay in, and since Aggron's in now and not Sandy Shocks, guess who's Volting? Me. So I Volt Switch out, get more chip on the Aggron, save my Thunderous for later, get Starmie out here. In case you get these rocks up, I can spin pretty much instantaneously. I don't even know if I need to spin because, you know, Tinkaton and Zydog resist, and my Ogerpon has Grass Z in this game. It doesn't have Boots anymore. It had Boots in the other two games when I didn't know if I could Terra, and I wanted to Terra it because if you have Z, you can't Terra. But since I can't Terra in this OM anyway, I'm okay. Let me just get the let's just run Grass Z for the signature move. So I go into Tinkaton on the Slitherwing, and it gets annihilated. I guess I was either scalding or teleporting, so yeah, now I'm gonna scald again. I think I just teleport this time because I figured, okay, you don't want to take a scald at -1. Wrong, I just scalded again because you don't want to take a scald at -1, and if he switches to Sandy Shocks, he's gonna die. If he switches to Slitherwing, or if he switches to Mandibuzz, I might burn it. But this time I just teleport out, and it's Slitherwing, so I have initiative, so I go Thunderous, and I figured, okay, unfortunately I don't have Acrobatics, I'm gonna Volt, and then Starmie's gonna get annihilated by close combat. And then Slitherwing's gonna be at -1, and then I'm gonna try to blow it up with Zydog because I know I'm gonna be faster, and that's the best shot I have at killing it from 65. I guess I could have clicked Grass Z with Ogerpon, but he probably would have switched out if he, saw me go into that, because he would have figured that I had something to actually hit it with. Because usually you don't, because it resists Grass, it resists U-turn, it resists Dark, resists Knockoff. I guess it doesn't really. Being first impression into Encore, or Encore into first impression would suck, but other than that, I mean, what else can you do? I'm just gonna click Ivy Cudgel because he's locked into first impression, I guess, because he's obviously banded the way he was just. This Slitherwing was terrorizing my team. Slitherwing was going crazy. So I just click my Bloom Doom here and just get the chip because Thunderous is gonna finish him off afterwards. The crit probably mattered in terms of killing, but didn't matter in terms of me winning the game. I don't know if you have a crit ratio, if it carries over to your Z move, like if the Z move also has a high crit ratio, but either way, that's going to be the game. Those are the replays, some national decks, RU. Zydog was great this video, and that'll be that.